In the green and fragrant southern suburbs of Warsaw, on the old road to the town of Konstantin, lies the 17th century palace of Wilanów, home away from home for the storied Polish king Jan Sobieski. Just as in the past, citizens, travelers, and tourists journey to the outskirts of the capital, mimicking the behavior of Jan Sobieski himself, who often sought refuge in his palace. Yes, he was the hero of Vienna in 1683, the battle that prevented the Turkish invasion of Europe. This is one of the landmark occurrences in both Polish and European history. And this was the residence where Jan Sobieski came to reflect. This Latinate palace would be at home in Italy or France, perhaps particularly France, with its sculptured flower gardens, its invitingly relaxed facade, and its ornamental canal. Motifs paying homage to Roman and Greek myths adorn the facade of the palace itself, as well as the gardens. It's a pleasant place to relax and reflect. You can see why King Jan Sobieski had it built for this purpose, which it serves remarkably. Go there yourself when you're in Warsaw. You will not be disappointed, as these programs will show. This is the palace, not just of a king, but of a great king. In fact, Jan Sobieski is one of the seminal figures in European history, and this palace perfectly reflects the mind of that very special individual. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Poland Daily at Wilanów Palace. We're in the back, and we've been looking at the amazing, in the back of the palace, looking at the amazing details that there are. So much care has gone into the preservation of the details that were originally put in place in the original building, and that includes a lot of frescoes, statues, busts, and what do you call that?
Sundial.
Sundial. It's not really a painting or an engraving. What is it?
Kings liked such elements in their palaces.
Yeah.
Sophisticated way to tell the time, and the idea of a sundial reaches 2,500 years ago, and a very important moment in the history of Homo sapiens, humankind, when we stopped using our skills and started to ask questions: how does it work? What am I made of, and what will I turn into? So the first guy who asked this question was Thales from Miletus, and he said that everything comes from water and turns into water, so that the water is the main ousia in Greek, so the materia of the world.
Okay.
And then his student Anaximander provided to the humankind another student, Anaximenes, and then Anaximenes said that everything comes from air, because air is the most flexible thing that exists. So this is the main materia of the world, and Anaximenes invented a sundial.
Okay.
Anaximenes invented telling the time because of the location of the sun, and that's what we can see in here is the most sophisticated sundial
Right. So
I have ever seen.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Yes, it tells us about...
I didn't even know it was a sundial. It's just so intricate.
Yeah.
It's not horoscope.
Yes, because the sun is located in a different sections, so it tells us also which moment of the horoscope we
Yeah,
have.
it is a
Yeah.
horoscope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's what you said. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a highly developed sundial, and also connected to ancient Greek philosophy as
Okay.
the idea, as its roots. And look, then there was another guy, Heraclitus from Ephesus, and then Heraclitus said that everything comes from fire. So he said that the life is a constant change. He also said in Greek,
air, water, and fire.
and then he said fire.
And then earth will be next. Or something.
And then the last guy said that everything comes from earth, and there was a philosophy
Hence
of
the four elements.
yes, these are the four elements.
Yeah.
And then the Greeks
Yeah.
added the fifth element,
Ah.
the element of the god.
Which is remember the movie, The Fifth Element?
Yeah, and
That was the
they
title,
called
wasn't it? Remember
the
that movie?
fifth element ether, which was like the god spark. And when we talk today, when we refer to all these
Yeah.
when we talk to each other, when a lady asks you a question
Okay.
and she requires you to answer yes or no,
Right.
black or white, it's either this way or that way, then she's like Parmenides, who's
Parmenides?
exactly, who's
Who's Parmenides?
not Parmesan, but
No, no, no.
Parme.
Oh, he didn't invent the cheese.
No, we
No.
are talking about Parmenides, who said
Nothing to do with eating.
what is, it is. What doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. Black or white. He was one of the Greeks who was chased from the territory of Turkey by the Persians and emigrated to Italy, creating over there the big Greece. But when you are about to reply to this lady, you know, everything is a mixture of gray, everything is somewhere in between, then you are representing philosophy of Heraclitus. Pantarei, everything changes. You cannot enter the same river twice because since last time you entered the river, the waters in the river changed and you are a different person too. And these philosophies have been mixed and faced till nowadays, and this is how we are.
And this symbolizes all of that.
Exactly.
That's the point.
This is how we can refer.
Well, you're right. I do love that. Yeah. I have to watch this episode. and remember what you said to me.
Exactly. I mean, I'm telling you.
This sounds like a good episode.
No, that's my favorite story. That's my favorite story. And just 2 weeks ago, right in here, there were 30 guests from Greece standing, and I was explaining them Greek philosophy.
Stay with us. Even if you're Greek, you can learn something about Greek philosophy from Poland Daily Travel when Arthur's around. All I know is souvlaki. That's about it. And retsina. But that's another subject.
And parmesan.
Yeah, stay with us. Poland Daily Travel. The next installment
Or
is
Parmenides.
coming up. With or without Parmenides.
Or parmesan.
Yeah. How do they say goodbye in Greek? I have no idea.
They say yamas,
Yamas.
but that's cheers.
Okay.
Okay.